Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. You're probably asking yourself, where is Beppe? The journey until here was crazy, was really crazy and fantastic. I will try also to show you a bit of the background, really beautiful background. It's a nearly December and we are here. There is a lot of wind, As you see, I have my cap, but it's quite nice. You have also a swimming pool. I'm not sure if you're able to see it behind me. I will not go into the swimming pool because it's a bit cold. But anyway, I'm in Crotone, that's the south of Italy, because I'm working with Juve. Today we have a watch party with the JOFC, the Juventus official fan club from the south. And we will watch the game together. Before that, there will be two legends of Juve that will be present. One is Sergio Brio, that won the Champions League in '85 with Michel Platini. And then another Champions League winner, a bit more recent, the one of '96, an Italian one, but I will not reveal you the name right now. If you want, put it in the comment section. Let me know who you think will be the next legend. I will be there on stage with both of them. And the people from the JFC, they will be able to ask them questions about the past, about whatever they want. So they will answer and then we will watch the game together. So I can't wait. I'm a bit stressed, honestly, because I did a lot of things live, of course, with players, but like that, in present. Being the one that is hosting it, I never did it. Is it time now maybe to take away the sunglasses? Maybe it's time so that you see me a bit better. We have to speak about the Juventus Milan or Milan Juve because we play in San Siro and we have immediately a huge one, a big news. Weah will not start the game, at least according to the latest predicted lineups. The one of Giovanni Albanese is always extremely reliable, and the other papers they understood it, that Giovanni was the one with the most accurate predicted lineup, and they are always reporting. They are waiting for him, for his tweet, for his message, whatever, and then they are posting it. So what is the predicted lineup? No surprise in defense with Di Gregorio that will start the game. On the right side we have Savona, Gatti, Kalulu, Cambiaso. Also in the middle, no surprise there because Locatelli, Thuram will play, but that's where we start to have a bit of creativity, a bit of surprises with the four up front. Conceição will start, Yildiz will start, McKennie and Koopmeiners. In the graphic of Giovanni Albanese, you see a Koopmeiners a bit more advanced, but will it be a 4-2-3-1 or will it be something else? Without number 9, we'll discuss about that in the video of today. I will try to explain you the idea, the possible idea of Thiago Motta. And then Tutto Sport is speaking about two big topics. Milan-Juve, the huge game of today. Pay attention, but also Dusan Vlahovic, because yesterday there was the answer of Thiago Motta to Dusan Vlahovic, and that's important because he didn't mention the name, but the answer can be interpreted quite harsh, to be honest. So we'll speak about that also. Put a maximum of like if you didn't yet. Please continue to subscribe to the channel. That would be extremely appreciated. There will not be a watch along today because I will be here with the guys, but we will try to do a post game. Let's see. And maybe, who knows, there will be some surprises, but I cannot promise you. We'll try. I will try to do a surprise, so pay attention for the post-game. Today, don't forget, Sera A starts again. There will be Verona-Inter that will start, match day 13. It's really funny because I was opening the pages, Corriere, Tutto Sport, that are focusing, of course, on the big game of today, Milan-Juve, and then you have Gazzetta dello Sport that is opening with the front page, Verona-Inter. Now, according to them, this is the big game that you can't miss today. Don't miss Verona-Inter. It's not a problem. If you miss Milan-Juve, it's not a problem, according to Gazzetta. Anyway, for the people that are living in UK and that are living in Ireland, pay attention because you know Way to One Football is sponsor of the channel, and we continue to promote also the fantastic initiative they had with Serie A for season 24-25. You can watch Serie A. The link is into the description. You can choose or you pick a game. It starts at $4.99, or you can go with the team pass, or you can go with the full package that is the full Serie A, the season pass 24-25. I can tell you that the ranking of today or of match day 13 can really change. Verona Inter, maybe Gazzetta dello Sport is telling you don't miss the game because Inter will lose points and will lose position in the ranking. Could be that they have that feeling. Milan-Juve, top game, don't miss that game because there will be a lot of duels. And then Parma-Atalanta, with Atalanta, is really one of the ones that really want to win the Scudetto. And then tomorrow, other games. Pay attention also to Napoli-Roma. Big one tomorrow, huge one tomorrow, because Roma is in a difficult moment, but you never know. New coach, new motivations, Ranieri, third time at Roma. That's also a game that you don't want to miss against Antonio Conte. Link is into the description. Now that we did the basics, please likes, subscribe, because we start with Corriere dello Sport, chi perde paga, who's actually losing is paying the bill. It can't be otherwise. At the moment, we have a Milan that have, of course, one game that they need to recuperate, so they have 18 points. Virtually, if they win their game in hand, they have 21. If they win against Juve, they go at 24, and they are back. On the other side, if Juventus is able to win today, we take a distance. Virtually a +9, on paper on +9, virtually on +6 if they come back. So we have the possibility to create a back, but most importantly to stick with the other ones, with Atalanta, with Napoli, with Inter. So super important for you. You cannot miss. You cannot miss. Also at 0-0 would not be considered really beautiful. On the other side, you can also argue Beppe. We are Juve, we want to win every single game that we are playing. On the other side, we are missing 7 players, because that's what we are speaking about. Douglas Luiz, Nico Gonzalez, we have Adzic, Milik, Bremer, Cabal, and Dusan Vlahovic. So with 7 players and huge big players that are missing, while on the other side, Milan, they have all their players at disposal, it's really not an easy one. Look, Milan, you can say maybe they have their problems. Beppe, it's not the Milan of the glory days, and you're probably correct. Now, this season, it's a Milan that you cannot predict what game they will offer you. It's a Milan that can play a fantastic game and they can win, like they won the Derby, della Madonnina, sorry. They won the Derby della Madonnina after 6 seasons or 6 games, I don't remember. Anyway, after a really long time, and they played really well. They deserved that win. So they were ultra boosted after that. They won against Real Madrid. Nobody was predicting Milan winning against Real Madrid. So they have that feeling of, it's a big game. It's time to show up. We can do it. We must do it. We can do it. We don't need the motivation of the coach. We don't care about this technical plan. Because we have a lot of qualities, we can do it. What are we speaking about when we are speaking about Milan? Well, today there are a lot of duels. You have a Yildiz against the Leao. Of course, there will be on total different sides of the field, but Yildiz number 10, Leao number 10. 2 players that are maybe the image of their team. A Leao that is inconsistent with his motivation, but it's a really beautiful player up front when he wants and when he is in form. On the other side, we have a young Kenan Yildiz that did really well with Turkey, at least one of the 2 games, because the other one he didn't play. He scored a goal, even if they lost. But you know, the image of Juve with that number 10, that young Juve that wants to go with a different project, also thinking about saving money, also thinking about finance, because finance is important, sustainability, we spoke about it. So that's a big one, but 2 players that can really invent magic. Cambiaso, Theo Hernandez. How long did we speak about Di Marco, Theo Hernandez, Di Marco? It was always that duel, Inter, Milan, Inter, in terms of individual players on the fullbacks, but now we are speaking about the Cambiaso. So Cambiaso, Theo Hernandez could be a big one. It's a pity that we don't see them on the same side of the field, because Cambiaso will play on the left and Theo Hernandez as well, but that can be a decisive one. Koopmeiners and Reinders, that is probably the most important player, not the most media player, because that's Pulisic for Milan and Leao, but probably the most important player. The growth of Reinders that is adapting to Sera A is incredible. But then we have the other Dutchman, our Dutchman, Teun Koopmeiners, that is after scoring his goal with the national team of the Netherlands, is looking also for his first goal in Bianconero. So that's a beautiful duel. We have Fofana against Thuram. Probably the one that not a lot of people will speak about, but the dirty work that they are doing for their team is impressive. Fofana, that was slightly also linked for a certain period to Juve. At the end, Juve, instead of going for Fofana or for Manu Kone from Roma, they went for Thuram. I'm extremely happy. Prodigal son, you know, the son of the other Thuram, of Lilian. So I'm happy with the choice that we made, but that will be a big one as well. We have the X. It's a game of the X. Kalulu, that fantastic interview. It's a pity that yesterday I couldn't record, but Kalulu, it's a big one. Weah, it's another big one. And then Weah, the father, you know the story. Locatelli, Morata that never scored against Juve. Hopefully he will not do today, because I will be pissed off. And then we have the USA games. 2 that are starting, 2 that are on the bench. McKennie and Pulisic. On the other side, Weah and Musa. And then the final duel, Thiago Motta against Fonseca. Brazilian Italian, and the other one is Portuguese. Both of them speak the same language. Both of them are in Serie A as coach, young coach, even if Fonseca is a bit older. He already coached a big team in Serie A, Roma, if you want to call it like that. So it will be a big one because there are two new coaches in their team and they have big challenges. Milan and Juve, when you coach them, it's a huge, big challenge. When I told you that the lineup, that I already told you, could possibly be not a 4-2-3-1, but possibly something else, well, we are going maybe towards a 4-2-4, something that we saw a lot of time at Juve during the game transforming. Well, that 4-2-4 without striker, but with Koopmeiners and McKennie that are actually inverting, changing, looking for the spaces, that could be the tactical surprise of today. So no striker, but we play with whoever see the space, goes in. If it's Conceição that is creating superiority with his dribble, if it's Yildiz, or the two ones in the middle, let's see. So actually a big midfield there to stop Fofana and Pulisic and this player, because Milan is not only dangerous on the wings, of course, the transition, but much more than that. So that could be a potential thing. Now, we go towards the press conference of yesterday. I will keep it short. I will not go through all of it. Spoke well about Thuram. Explained also why Fagioli is not starting at the or why he was not starting in the latest game. You never know for today. But he said that it's not because he's doing bad, but it's because the other ones are doing better than Nicolo Fagioli. That's the reason. So if he wants to play, he needs to do even better, to do better than the ones that are starting. Locatelli, Thuram, Koopmeiners. But the most important one was about Vlahovic, because there was the question, of course, it came from Gazzetta dello Sport with Fabiana Della Valle. At a certain moment, I'm asking myself, is it Gazzetta dello Sport is sending Fabiana Della Valle for a Juve interview, or is it like Gazzetta dello Sport that is asking Fabiana Della Valle to interview Juve for Vlahovic TV? I don't know, guys. I really don't know. But I'm not sure that the answer from Thiago Motta actually made them happy, because today when you're opening the page of Gazzetta, it's a pity I cannot edit. It's really small what they're reporting. Anyway, the words were big. The words were really big, and I believe that the big words like the one of Thiago Motta yesterday probably deserve to be on the first page, like they were on Tutto Sport, for example. And the name of Vlahovic is there big. Why? Because there was the question from Fabiano Della Valle that was asking, did you hear the words of Dusan after the game with Serbia, where he says, and I will read, I trust all my players. They know what we must do, and I know they will do it, offensively and defensively. On this, we all agree. It's an obligation, a duty. It's not an option. Big words from Thiago. Then there was another journalist at the end that asked more or less the same question, changing a bit. It was more like, did you speak with each other? And that was something that I was extremely curious about. Did they speak with each other? Did they have some words? Look, guys, if there was nothing, if it was not an annoying situation, they would not have spoken with each other. They did. And Thiago Motta said, yes, we spoke. And important is that we agree. Here, we run. We attack together, we defend together, all in the same direction. I have a lot of trust in my players, included Dusan Vlahovic. So it's actually a really fantastic, beautiful way of answering. Not going and blaming and putting even more blame on Dusan, not making the case bigger than it actually is, but not actually making like this, hiding, saying, no, there is absolutely no problem, everything is fine, everything is good. No. We all agree. It's not an option. We all must work. Offensively, defensively, we all must run. Dusan included. We all agree. We spoke with each other. We took the situation. We face it. Huge big words. Huh? Huge big words from Thiago Motta on Dusan Vlahovic. When I'm back home, I will speak about it again. Now, of course, Mercato voices. Boom, 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 boom. Dusan didn't extend. Dusan spoke. Thiago Motta answered. Dusan is not there today. The name of Zirkzee is pushing. Is pushing. Some insiders are saying they already want to try in January. Some other ones, they say it's impossible for January. Pay attention for the month of June, July, where Serie A will also open the Mercato from the 1st until the 10th of June for especially everyone, but especially helping the clubs that are participating in that Club World Cup. Ragazzi, we see each other for the post game. Pay attention to Instagram and this thing, and don't forget, if you want to try to get who is the Champions League player that will be next to me today, write it down in the comment section. And don't forget, also for people living in UK and in Ireland, link it in the description. One Football, do it now. Grazie, forza. Juve. Ciao.